Okay, time for a new video, and if this is the first video you've seen of mine, then thank you very much for checking it out. It is much appreciated. And if you are returning to my channel to watch this video, that is also much appreciated. I'm going to get straight into it. What I will say is please respect my opinions as I will with yours. Today is yet another Melodifestivalen related video. That is the Swedish national selection for the Eurovision Song Contest. We have had 5 of 6 shows, and at the time of recording this video, the 6th and final show in Melodifestivalen, that is the grand final, will take place tomorrow night at the Friends Arena in Stockholm. 12 songs will fight for the win. And in this video, I'm pretty much going to talk about those 12 songs, albeit briefly, because I've already made quite a few Melfest related videos. So if you want to hear my thoughts in a bit more depth, just go back and watch those videos if you so wish. This video I think will be quite short in comparison to previous videos I've made recently. Anyway, the results will be determined by international juries and of course the Swedish public. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 countries that will have a jury in tomorrow night's show, and they are Portugal, Austria, Australia, Cyprus, France, Finland, the UK, and this year's Eurovision host nation, Israel. They will cast their votes first, and then the public votes will be brought in, and then we will find out the overall winner. So, I'm just going to go through each song. If you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comments. There'll be links in the description to my other social media pages as well, including my blog. And there's been a lot of blog posts over the past couple of weeks because there's been Eurovision acts revealed left, right and centre. We've already had Austria and Ireland today. Azerbaijan are coming up very soon. It's hectic times in the world of Eurovision. And if you're a fan like me, then you'll know all about that, of course. So, yes, I'm focusing solely on Sweden here. Song 1 tomorrow night is Norrsken, which means Northern Lights, and it's going to be performed by Jon Henrik Fjällgren. This is his 3rd Melfest entry, arguably his most up-tempo. It's very ethereal, very nicely staged. He's a good performer. This would be very refreshing at Eurovision, no doubt about it. Here's why I don't think he'll be the winner. A, because he's on first, and B, because it's a Swedish language song. And for some reason, Sweden really don't like to send songs in their own language. So I don't think Jon Henrik will be going to Eurovision this year. If he does win, great. I'm not going to be disappointed. I just don't think this is the song to do it myself. But I know that he has a lot of support, and he is, like I said, a pretty good performer. Song 2 is Torn by Lisa Ajax. This went through the second chance round last week in Nyköping. This arguably should have gone straight through to the final automatically from semi-final 4. Lisa's a tremendous singer. This is her 3rd Melfest entry, and arguably her best. This is the first song from her where we really get to hear what a fine voice she has, and we get to see what a great performer she actually is. It's very stripped back, as it should be. It's powerful. She's really feeling what she's singing. It's very passionate. It's a tremendous song. It really is. I'm surprised it's not more of a contender, if you see what I mean. I don't think it will be winning. I think the public votes, if anything, will let her down. The juries should appreciate it purely because she has one of the strongest voices of the year. But I don't think this is our winner, which is a shame. I'd like to see Lisa go to Eurovision at some point. She's so young but so experienced. Song 3 is going to be Hello, performed by Mohombi. This was in semi-final 1. And I think the problem with songs that were performed in semi-final 1 and semi-final 2 is that it was so many weeks ago. And only tomorrow night are we going to get to see those songs live on the Melfest stage again. So I wonder if people will have forgotten about them a little bit, and songs that have been performed more recently, like John Lundvik, they're fresher in the memory, and therefore people will respond to those songs more. I don't know. Anyway, Mohombi, who qualified automatically from the first semi-final, this song is pretty good. It's quite contemporary. It's a little thin on the lyrics, at least it seems that way to me. And I'm glad that this is not over the top. It's quite an upbeat song, but there's nothing truly flashy about the performance. If anything, it's quite minimal. He's joined by a female dancer towards the end of the song. I actually really like that bit. I think the choreography is pretty good. He's not a bad singer, but I don't think this is the song Sweden should be sending. I know a lot of people find it quite irritating. Song 4 is Lena Hedlund with Victorious. She is in the final automatically. She got through semi-final 3, finishing in the top 2 spaces. She's a very experienced musician, part of Alcazar, of course, who have tried numerous times to represent Sweden. This song, Victorious, it's pop, and there's not much else to say. It's a fine song, but it's nothing incredible. This could easily have been a Melfest song from 10 years ago. She's a good performer, but I think this is not going to be the winner. Song 5 is On My Own by Bishara, who is a very young Syrian-born musician. He's 16, barely 16, and he qualified for the final automatically from semi-final 4 2 weeks ago, ahead of Lisa, which I find very surprising. This is a very simple performance. It's a very gentle melody. He has got a very good voice for somebody of his age. Benjamin Ingrosso, last year's Swedish representative, co-wrote this, and I'm glad it's not Dance You Off version 2. This is a lot more mellow and a lot more enjoyable, really. I wasn't a huge fan of Dance You Off, but this I can listen to and appreciate more, I think. However, I absolutely don't think Sweden should be sending this song. I've got no problem with him. I just find the song, while pleasant, does err on the side of bland. So, yeah. Plus, it's a little bit cliched. I don't really know what to make of it. I don't think it will be the winner, and I don't think it ought to win. Song 6 is a song that came through the second chance round. It's the return of Anna Bergendahl. Represented her country in 2010, didn't get out of the semi-final in Oslo. Ridiculous. Ashes to Ashes is the name of her entry. This is country pop, and it's really good stuff. I've heard it a fair few times over the past few weeks, and I really enjoy it. It's got a great melody, good beat. There's this sort of forest scene on stage around Anna, and the backdrop is very bright and colourful and beautiful. Her voice really suits this type of song. It's a very rich voice. And I believe this song has a bit of momentum behind it at the moment. It might do very well. Top 5 is very possible. Hopefully the juries will appreciate it. It's a very good song. Song 7 is Chasing Rivers by Nano. He finished second in Melfest a few years ago. Actually won the public vote that year, I think, but Robin Bengtsson went to Eurovision instead. This song came through the second chance round. It's okay, it's quite a rousing, powerful number. He's got a group of kids on stage with him who sing along. This is not really that standout, though. It's fine, but it doesn't leave much of an impact. I actually think it's quite forgettable. And yeah, can't see it doing that well myself. Song 8 is a song that will definitely push for the win. It's Hold You, performed by Hannah Fern and Liamu. Hannah's very young, very beautiful. Liamu was in Melfest last year and finished in mid-table. This song Yes, it's nothing super original, but it's very accessible. It's exactly the sort of thing that you would hear on the radio in most European countries, if not all of them. Certainly, if this was by a British act, it would probably go to #1 in the UK. The chemistry between the two of them is fantastic. That's really evident when you watch the performance. I don't know if they're a couple in real life. I've no idea. There are these sort of billowing sheets on stage, which is quite interesting. I'm not entirely sure it's necessary. But anyway, their vocals are fine. The song is pretty good. I think it's lacking that little extra something to be the winner. But if it does win, so be it. It's not a bad song at all. Song 9 is I Do Me by Malu Pritz. She's sandwiched between two favourites here. Malu surprisingly got through the second semi-final automatically, and I think she absolutely deserves her place here. She is the spitting image of Zara Larsson, another Swedish musician. She's very young, very likeable. The performance is fine. Certainly I think it's quite engaging, actually. She's bopping about the stage with a couple of other dancers. She's wearing yellow plaid, very Clueless if you've seen that film. And she's a pretty good singer. It is a pretty good song. Yes, maybe it would be better suited to Junior Eurovision, arguably. But this is a breath of fresh air. It's really nice and really well performed. And I hope it's not completely underrated in the voting. Song 10 is the song to beat. I'm telling you now, this is the song to beat. And if he goes to Eurovision, he might well win the whole thing. It's Too Late for Love, performed by John Lundvik. Now, I don't think Sweden should be sending another male soloist this year. I think they need to send a female. But it looks as though it's John Lundvik's time. He was in Melfest before with My Turn. The juries loved it. And I think he finished 3rd overall. That was last year, I believe. This song is better. It's more up-tempo. It's more fun. It's pop with just a hint of gospel. And it really works. The backing singers he's got are fabulous. They really elevate the song. And he's a charismatic performer, great voice. It's fantastic. I'd like to see the stage be a bit more colourful, a bit more alive. So if he does go to Eurovision, that's something to work on. But at the moment, so many things are working really well. And he is the man to beat. Simple as that. It's a great song. I really like it. The chorus is so catchy. Song 11, All Hail Queen Victoria. Not With Me is the name of her song. This is her 3rd Melfest entry. Save Me was great. As I Lay Me Down was great. This song, also great. Is it her time? Hopefully. I think she's fabulous. I've followed her ever since she first appeared in Melfest. Every song that she's released since has been of a pretty good quality. She's young, talented. What a voice that she has. She belts out this song, and you, just like Lisa, you really feel everything that she's singing. It's a very personal song. There's this rainfall effect. She's soaked by the end of it. It really works well. And the emphasis is on her voice, yet again. There are no gimmicks, really. And I really appreciate that. This is such a tremendous song. Okay, so the melody we may have heard before, and there's nothing that's truly stand out about the performance, you could argue. But you have to appreciate it for what it is. And it is a tremendous song, performed by a tremendous singer. And I hope she wins. I just can't see it happening up against John Lundvik myself. Anyway, song 12, the last song, is I Do, performed by Arvingarna. This came through the second chance round. They are celebrating 30 years in the business, represented Sweden in 1993, the year I was born. They are very good at what they do, this sort of pop, dance band type music. It is a fun performance. It's a little cheesy, it is a little dated, but people get up and dance to this. And it is catchy, and it is likeable, and it is just a bit of fun at the end of the day. I think the juries will completely dismiss it, but the public, I think they're going to vote for this in big numbers. And that's it. There's really not much else to say. 12 songs. Who do you think's going to win? I probably will do a poll on my Twitter page at some point, so if you want to vote in that, be on the lookout for it. Link in the description. This is my prediction as of this moment in time. So I think it will be, from 12th to 1st, Lina, Malu, Arvingana, Nano, Mohombi, Anna Bergendahl, Lisa Ajax, Jon Henrik, and then the top 4, Bishara, Hannah Ferman-Liamu, Victoria, and John Lundvik. I think John will win. I think the juries will absolutely adore him. And I think the public votes will be enough to secure first place. My personal top 12 of this grand final at this moment in time is Bishara, Nano, Arvingana, Lina, Malu, Mohombi, Jon Henrik, Anna, Hannah Ferman-Liamu, Jon Lundvik, Lisa, and Victoria. I keep getting John Lundvik and Jon Henrik mixed up, despite the fact they're two very different artists with two very different songs. So there we have it. Let me know what you think. Any comments are appreciated, and feel free to check out older videos of mine if you so wish. I probably will make a video at the start of next week talking about the results, and I will be filming my next Eurovision update at some point next week as well. And that's going to be a mammoth video because, I mean, all the songs are pretty much being revealed today, tomorrow, Sunday. They're coming thick and fast. Feel free to take a look at my blog. I think I said that at the start. I've been posting a lot on there. If you want to read my thoughts, feel free. Spread the word. Whatever it is, it's all great as far as I'm concerned. So, that really is it. Who is going to be the Swedish representative in Tel Aviv this May? Fingers crossed for Victoria, but it's probably going to be John Lundvik. One thing is for sure, Sweden will almost certainly finish in the top 10 in Tel Aviv, if not push for the win. Let's be honest, if they send John Lundvik, he's going to do really well, isn't he? If they send Victoria, she's going to do really well. If they send Hannah Ferman-Liamu, that song's going to do really well. So, if it's one of the 3 favourites, top 5 in Tel Aviv for Sweden as far as I'm concerned. But maybe you disagree, in which case, let me know. And until next time, I think I've covered everything. I'm going to listen to the Azerbaijani entry very shortly, when that's revealed. And I've also got something to do for university. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.